Oh, oh, Jesus Christ. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm gonna show you how this little clip caused this whole truck to shut down. My name is Jeremy, this is Region Automotive, and let's get to work. So I'll tell you a bit of a backstory that's going on with this truck before we dive into it. This is actually kind of like our family work truck. This is my grandpa's truck, and he kind of lends it to anyone that needs to use it. I use it quite a bit in exchange. I fix it or keep up on the maintenance if it needs work, like this. So my stepdad was borrowing it, and it's actually kind of a funny story because he's one of those guys that always like claims that he has bad luck. And for me personally, like I don't believe in luck, so I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. Like keep strumming that guitar, whatever, strumming that story, whatever the saying is. But after this situation, I actually started to believe him. So we've had this truck for about 3 years. It's been great for us. Like we put 30,000 kilometers on it. It's been bulletproof, reliable. I've taken it hunting. I've taken it camping. I've towed trailers, cars with it. My grandpa's towed dump trailers, big loads in the back. Everything's been just fine. And then my stepdad borrowed it. And within the first day of borrowing it, he was driving on the freeway in our town and the truck just shuts off. And yeah, so he called me because I know the mechanics of this truck the best. So he called me and he's like, hey, like, is there any little like quirks or anything I should know about the truck? And I'm like, no, why? He's like, because it just shut off on me randomly on the highway. I'm like, really? Then he proceeded to tell me that it was cranking. So then I'm like, I don't know, maybe like the first thought, obviously, like crank no start is fuel pump. So I'm like, maybe, I don't know, just for fun, try resetting, scanning codes, unlock, lock, whatever, like reset a module before we get it towed. And then he got out of the vehicle and he noticed that there's a huge fuel puddle underneath the truck. So then he sent me a photo of the puddle. I'm like, okay, well, it blew a fuel line or something. So again, I'm starting to believe that he truly does have bad luck. Steve, I know you're going to watch this video. Sorry, man. Because yeah, again, we've had this truck for 3 years. It's been bulletproof. And then the first day he borrows it, blows a fuel line. So I was thinking that it was like the plastic lines that feed to the engine, or there's like the little nipples on top of the fuel pump. So I was expecting to see a broken, like I said, a nipple or plastic line or something, because it's leaking right on the tank, kind of right where it meets at the tank. But I'll lift up the truck and show you exactly what I saw. So like I mentioned, he noticed there's a fuel leak like pretty much under this side of the truck. You can kind of see where the tank is staying there. So it's coming like pretty much right down the tank, all over the ground under the truck. Knowing that the fuel pump is in the tank, I thought, my guess before starting was that the nipple was going to be broken on top of the fuel pump. So I got the tank lowered just enough so I can see what's going on under there, or above, under the truck, over the tank, under there. I got the fuel tank straps off and I just supported the tank with the trans jack there. And I lowered it just enough so I could see what's going on top of the tank. And once I was under here, it's kind of poking around, and I saw this fuel line. It was just hanging loosely there. You can see the nipple right there. That's the nipple that goes to the fuel pump. So I thought that was broken, but the line was just loosely hanging off. And then the little quick connect clip that goes in the line, that's all that I pulled out of that quick connect, was a broken clip. So literally a broken clip shut this whole truck down. So all I did was order this clip kit that had a variety of fuel line clips on Amazon for like 20 bucks. I think I found the closest one that's gonna replace our clip here. Funny enough, when I was poking around under the fuel tank, I actually found the second half of the clip just sitting on top of the fuel tank. So literally just that clip coming apart caused that whole truck to shut down, but it's good because it made it easy to match this clip. Pretty happy with that clip selection. And then I clipped it on there. And then the key is on the truck right now, so I heard the fuel pump prime. So right now there's pressure in that fuel line. So I'm just, I have the pump primed, like I said, to make sure there's no leaks on this clip before I put the tank back together, and there is no leak, so that's good. I got the fuel tank strap on there, and I sprayed some of this fluid film stuff on that strap where it connects, just in case if I ever have to lower the tank again. It gives me a better chance of getting those bolts off on both sides. And then one thing I noticed, like, what a great truck this has been. I know not everyone loves Dodges, but this one doesn't have the Hemi-Tick, and I think it's pretty preventable with regular maintenance, which we do on this. This is a 2014 for reference. It has like 270,000 kilometers. I'll insert the miles, and like, yeah, 4x4 works. There's not a single leak coming out of the transfer case. Exhaust isn't all rusted out. No leak coming out of the front differential. No rear main leak. My Range Rover is a 2016 with half the miles, and it's leaking pretty good. I got to do that eventually. Oil pan's not leaking. Like, CV boots is good. Like, overall, this is a solid truck. When I'm under here, I like to spray the backside of these rockers, because that is what will start to rust in these climates. So I just give this a spray every couple months or something, just to try to slow down that rust, so this truck will last for us. All right, now that we actually have a fuel supply, I bet you this thing will start. I knew it'd take a minute, actually. I forgot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Never mind, that line blew off. I was worried about that clip was loose under there. Gosh darn it. All right, we're back. I knew that was gonna happen. How did I know, you might ask? If you know, you know. In all seriousness, I slid the line on the fitting there, and it's kind of tight, but for those of you who work on cars, you know the click, the exact click that I'm going to talk about. Like, you got to slide, and you, like, where it slides open the clip and then it clicks, you just hear that little audible click, meaning that it like clicked onto that stop on that nipple. I did not hear the click, but there's enough resistance, so I'm like, oh, it's fine. So as soon as it failed, I knew it's because I didn't hear the click. So I lifted it up, went under there, and I just had to push a little bit harder to get the click. So let's start it, and it should not puke gas everywhere. Like I said, yeah, there you go. I knew it's gonna take a second to prime up, and we're not leaking fuel yet. Just rev it up. No leaks, so that is one fixed truck. And then these clips, I'm gonna put in the glove box for, just in case that Amazon clip fails, fingers crossed, but if it does, we know the problem and we have the fix. All right, guys, that's all I got for that one. Like I said, it was such a weird failure that caused this whole truck to shut down. So I definitely wanted to get out the camera and just show you. I find this a lot with modern cars. Like, the way I describe it to people is like, there's lots of systems in the car and everything works great when it works, but it just takes one little thing, like a plastic fuel line clip, to break to cause the whole truck to shut down. So anyway, I thought you might have found that as interesting as I did. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.